Now on News Channel 8.
Accused of the unthinkable, a Citrus County mother is charged with killing her own infant son.
Then, for a good cause. How you can help this little girl and other kids like her get a free breakfast at the same time.
In Game Changer, meet a woman who helped bring a state-of-the-art training center to downtown Tampa. It's Tuesday, February 5th.
Live from the News Center in high definition, this is News Channel 8 on your side today.
Good morning and welcome to News Channel 8 today. I'm Gail Guayardo.
I'm Rod Carter. Thanks very much for joining us at 6 o'clock. News headlines coming up in just a minute.
Let's get you out the door with Storm Team 8 meteorologist Lee Spann. She's in the forecast center with what could be our last day of really chilly weather this week.
Yeah, you definitely need an extra layer this morning, but you'll want to take that layer off later this afternoon, and then you pretty much won't need it again. Now, having said that, it's going to be still cool this morning. We're at 46 in Pinellas Park, down to 42 in Lutz and 42 as well in Valrico, but 35 in Brooksville and 37 in Dade City. Wesley Chapel, you're at 41 and it's 44 in Arcadia. Plenty of sunshine gets us up to 68 degrees by midday. In fact, low to mid 70s for highs. And then we're more mild this evening as well. 67 degrees, dropping down to 59 degrees overnight. Now let's check in on the roadways. Got some construction going on out there, Leslie.
We certainly do. And southbound 275, the exit to southbound Lois, it's going to be permanently closed. So you're not going to be able to exit there. What you can do, go down to West Shore, folks. You can take West Shore up to Cypress and come around and take Lois. Let's pull out the camera so you can kind of see what I'm talking about here. And this is the portion where it's closed off. You won't be able to go southbound on Lois. You can still exit northbound. For those of you heading out to the north, this is a permanent closure. Eventually in the future, what they're going to do is not have this Lois off-ramp. They're going to have you exit at Cypress, but this is just the beginning of a long project that's taking place. That's a look at the roadways. Back to Rod and Gail. Thanks, Leslie.
We continue following breaking news this morning out of Hillsborough County. Deputies are on the scene of a homicide. It happened in the 8,000 block of Country Square Court. That's in the Town and Country area off Waters Avenue. News Channel 8's Chip Osowski has been on scene all morning long and brings us the very latest information. Chip, good morning.
Well, good morning to you, Rod. Around 2 o'clock this morning, deputies got a 911 call from a woman inside that apartment to report a domestic argument. When deputies arrived just minutes later, they heard a commotion inside, forced entry, and found the victim, a man suffering from upper body trauma. They have not said how exactly he suffered that trauma, whether it was a shooting or stabbing. Deputies did try helping the man, but he died at the scene. The woman has been taken in for questioning, and detectives are now working on a search warrant to get back into that apartment. Right now, they do not know what the relationship of the man and the woman is, nor do they know what they were fighting about.
There was a domestic. At this point, we don't know what it was about or what it was concerning. We responded to that, at which time we found the individual wounded inside.
And I just spoke with the colonel on scene just a few minutes ago. She said that there will be no major updates for the next several hours, more likely later this morning. They have not yet released the names of the victims at this point. It is worth noting that back in 2009, Deputy Miguel Galarza was shot and injured at the same apartment complex while responding to another domestic argument. Rod?
All right, Chip, thank you. We'll check back in with you in just a little bit for more updates on this breaking news.
Now to an 8 on your side crime tracker report out of Citrus County. This morning, a mother is in jail charged with the murder of her own infant son. Citrus County investigators say Hadley Arnett was just 6 months old when his mother, Brittany Arnett, violently beat him. They say it happened 2 Sundays ago at the gray house you see on your screen there. News Channel 8's Peter Bernard tells us why it took authorities 1 week to arrest her.
Along Robin Hood Road in rural Inverness, Citrus County deputies say a horrible crime happened 2 Sundays ago at this gray house. They say 20-year-old Brittany Arnett killed her son, 6-month-old Hadley. More than a week after the crime, detectives say she admitted becoming frustrated she'd been left alone with Hadley. So investigators say she put him in an infant swing, slammed his head against the restraining tray, and yanked him so hard his ribs broke and his spine separated. Citrus detectives say Brittany Arnett didn't say anything to her boyfriend or take the child to a doctor, fearing she would get into trouble. But when Hadley stopped breathing the morning after the beating, they rushed him to Citrus Memorial, where doctors could not revive him. On Brittany's Facebook page, there is this quote, "This little boy is my world. He is the reason I wake up every morning. And now that God took him to be with him, my heart is broken and empty. I will never be the same. My life will never be the same." If convicted of first-degree murder, those words will come true. In Inverness, Peter Bernard, News Channel 8.
Now to an 8 Underside Crime Tracker alert this morning. Hernando County deputies are looking for a man who's been impersonating a law enforcement officer. They say he actually pulled someone over and he was armed.
If he keeps doing it, we're going to catch him. He's asking for trouble, and we're gonna be able to find him eventually and put him out of business.
Investigators say he drives a white Crown Victoria with no law enforcement markings. So what do you do if you're pulled over by an unmarked police vehicle and you feel something uncomfortable? Well, detectives say do not speed away. Call 911, tell them exactly where you are, and the dispatcher can validate the authenticity of that traffic stop.
There are new developments in the legal battle between Bubba the Lump Sponge Clem and Todd M.J. Schnitt. A week after a jury cleared Clem of defamation, both of the Shock Jocks attorneys were back in court. Yesterday, the judge allowed the two sides to begin looking into whether ethical violations occurred during M.J.'s attorney Phil Campbell's DUI arrest. After his arrest, a paralegal for Clem's attorney ended up with Campbell's briefcase. M.J.'s attorneys claim it was a setup. Bubba's attorneys say they did nothing illegal or unethical.
Now to a story that is all new this morning. Every year, thousands of local children are in and out of the hospital, and it makes it very difficult for them and their families to live normal lives. Well, today, there's a way you can help with that. IHOP is giving away free short stacks, and they're asking for donations for All Children's Hospital. News Channel 8's Adrian Pedersen is joining this morning from a Tampa IHOP. And Adrian, getting the short stack is great. The reason behind it is even better, and it's even more fun to watch you try to make pancakes. Why are you not in the kitchen? Is there just some reason why they don't let you in there?
It's probably painful. They're probably worried about what I would do. I mean, we've seen my cooking skills. Good thing I have other talents. But, you know, it's great to come out here and get the free pancakes, but it's really about what that money goes to. They ask that you make a donation to All Children's Hospital. That money will go where it's needed most locally. And, you know, I stopped by All Children's just the other day, and I met a little 6-year-old named Emily and her mom. Listen to their story.
Just like any other little girl, Emily Wallace loves stuffed animals. Hers are just a little different.
What else does Iggy have?
IV.
Who else has an IV?
Me.
Emily goes to All Children's Hospital in St. Petersburg just about every other month. Born premature, she's always had medical issues, but the last few years have been the most difficult on everyone.
She's had brain surgery and spine surgery and feeding tube surgery, but she smiles the whole time.
Emily's been through a lot, but looking at her smile, you'd never know it. Even breakfast is a challenge. She can only eat 6 different types of food.
We do want her to be a normal 6-year-old, and we let her pack her suitcase to come here, and every time she has to pack tons of tutus, and right, it's all you bring.
Tutus, Hello Kitty, and a positive attitude.
A normal, happy future. Right, Emmy? Just slightly different.
Just a little different. You know, if you're having a bad day and then you see a story like that, it's so inspirational that this 6-year-old can still smile after all she's been through. So that is what your money is going to if you come out here today and get a short stack. And Rod, coming up, you requested that Channel 8 pancake, and we made one. And by we, I think we both know I don't mean me.
All right, I can't wait to see that. And just for clarification purposes, we're not talking about just Tampa IHOPs. This is just all across the Bay Area and across the country, right?
Right. It's National Pancake Day. I know someone wrote on my Facebook that this is her favorite holiday. Can't blame her.
I don't blame her either. All right, Adrian, thank you very much. Every year, News Channel 8 hosts a telethon that benefits All Children's Hospital. We're very proud to do that every year. And this year is Sunday, June 2nd.
A youth sports safety summit begins in Washington today. Over the next 2 days, the National Athletic Trainers Association will launch a plan for sports safety and introduce their students, athletes, Bill of Rights.
Super Bowl champion Baltimore Ravens will get a hero's welcome with a parade today. It begins at Baltimore City Hall, where crews put up some risers and sound towers yesterday. The parade ends with a free celebration of the Ravens' victory against the San Francisco 49ers. All right, it's 10 minutes past 6. The center in downtown Tampa is at the forefront of medical breakthroughs and training techniques.
Coming up in my Game Changer series, meet the woman who played a key role in bringing a state-of-the-art training center to Tampa.
And a major off-ramp permanently closed off 275. I've got the details and the live shot coming up with your True Speed traffic.
You'll need the heater this morning. It's chilly. The good news is we warm up nicely all the way to 73 degrees in Tampa later today, 76 in Lakeland, 74 in Sarasota, 72 in Palm Harbor, and we hit 74 degrees in Riverview. Storm Team 8 is on the radio now with our Clear Channel partners. Hear us on News Radio 970 WFLA, and I'll be back to let you know when we get close to 80 degrees and when our next rain chance is. In the meantime, like us on Facebook. Just search for News Channel 8 Today. Click like, and you can see the pictures of Adrian at IHOP. It's 6:11, and you're watching News Channel 8 Today.